Hi guys, I'm a Forester here. You know, there's so many presidential candidates out there right now that it's hard to figure out who you side with the most. My daughter sent me a link to this website called isidewith.com, and I've taken this quiz twice, and I got similar results both times, but I wanted to go through it and give you some tips. First of all, tell you about it, but then give you some tips for how to take the quiz so that you get the best answer. Let's go ahead and take the quiz. All right, and you come up with a set of questions. They're categorized by issue, starting here with social issues, and I just want to scroll through here and give you some tips. The first question, for instance, is what is your stance on abortion? They give you two choices, pro-choice and pro-life. The first tip that I want to give you is always look at other stances, because your answer may match up better with one of these other choices, and I found that usually my answer did match up better with one of those choices. I would say that if there's no choice that perfectly fits your viewpoint, then just skip that question, or you can add your own stance at the bottom. I noticed that the presidential candidates didn't always answer every question if they weren't comfortable with it, I guess. The other thing is this over here. If the issue is very important to you, you can click most or more. If it's not important to you, you can click less or least, or you can just ignore that and leave it at somewhat. All right, I'll scroll down through these questions. You can look at them, get an idea what they are. The other thing I want to say is they always list more questions at the bottom of that category, and I always clicked on that and answered all the questions. Okay, so the first was social issues. Now we're coming to environmental issues. And the reason I'm going through this is that there are some questions on gun control. And let me see if I can find those, because I thought it was domestic policy. So let's scroll down to, let me show you the other environmental questions. Okay, then economic questions. Let's scroll through the others so you can at least see. And I think some of these questions change if you take this test more than once. Okay, here we're coming to domestic policy. All right, let me go ahead and answer these for myself. Should every person purchasing a gun be required to pass a criminal and public safety background check? And let's look at other stances. Okay, it's yes, no. Yes, except for private transfer of ownership between family members, and no, background checks are ineffective and a waste of government resources. I'm going to click yes, and I'm going to say that's fairly important to me. You know, I think everybody should pass a criminal and public safety background check at the very least. Do you support increased gun control? Yes, no, no only for assault weapons. No, only for individuals with mental health issues and convicted felons. No, but increased penalties for gun-related crimes. No, and the federal government should pass national stand your ground laws. Yes, require strict background checks, psychological testing, and training. Yes, and ban all guns from public use, or add your own stance. Well, I'm going to say no. I don't support increased gun control except for individuals with mental health issues and convicted felons. And I'm going to say that that's fairly important to me. All right, those are the only two gun questions. Let me go ahead and expand this category, and you can look at those questions, pause the screen. Should the government raise the retirement age for Social Security? Let's look at the other stances on that. I would say yes, people are now living longer when the program was created. Okay, then some health care issues, education, foreign policy, immigration. And then when you get to the end, you can click on the results and compare in detail your questions to those of the candidates that you choose to compare with. Now I'll just tell you, this said I matched up the best with Ted Cruz, who I'm not following at all, so I'll look at him a little closer. My wife compared the most favorably with the Donald, the trump card. Okay, check it out. You might be surprised on who you side with the most.